Hello everyone, Leslie here. Today I'm going to talk to you about feeding yourself to fat loss. Sounds good? Okay, stay tuned. So first of all, remember, subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you like what you're going to hear. And don't forget to also hit the notifications bell so that you will get regular updates. Today, as I said, I'm going to talk to you about feeding your way to fat loss. Now that sounds pretty amazing, really, doesn't it? But let me just give you a couple of scientific facts that I'm not going to get too technical, I'm not a doctor, but I've been around Herbalife nutrition for a long, long time. And in fact, when I first got started on the Herbalife nutrition products, I was overweight round the middle, and I had tried all kinds of ways of losing weight, and I lost weight numbers on the scales in many other forms of starvation, but I never really got rid of the fat around the middle. Who knows what I mean? So when I came across Herbalife nutrition, the amazing thing was I lost 21 pounds, which is 1.5 stones. I also lost 4 inches from my waist and 3 inches from my tummy and my hips. And at the time, I didn't really understand why that was happening. I didn't even think about it, to be honest, because the main thing was I was happy that this tire around the middle of me that I had been trying to get rid of from the time I was about 15 till the time I was 35. So 20 years of trying to get rid of that had never worked. And then when I discovered Herbalife nutrition, it worked. So looking back now and thinking about it, I realized what was happening was that I was giving myself a balanced nutrition every single day. So in the form of the Herbalife Nutrition Formula 1 shake, gives you all the nutrients, all the macronutrients as well as the micronutrients. And by that, I mean macronutrients are things like proteins, carbohydrates, and the large nutrients. And micronutrients are things like vitamins and minerals that we don't tend to actually see as we're eating, but they're kind of contained normally in the food that we eat, or should be. Now, when your body gets the right balance of the proteins and the carbohydrates, as well as the vitamins and minerals, then your body can actually function smoothly and properly the way it's supposed to. Unfortunately, the foods that we eat today have a couple of problems. They have excesses in the carbohydrate department and excesses in sugar and salt, but they are often deficient in the proteins and the vitamins and the minerals that we'll find in, like we don't find in vegetables, or people don't eat enough fruit and vegetables, so they're lacking in those vitamins and minerals. So how do you deal with that? Well, very simply, Herbalife Nutrition puts together a program that has all of the right nutrients all packed together in a delicious shake and some vitamin tablets. So you're getting everything when you have that. So I was in a position where I started to now have more balance of protein and carbohydrate, because in this great Western world, everywhere you look, you tend to find an excess of carbohydrates. By that I mean people tend to have cereal for breakfast, or some kind of form of carb like toast or a pastry or Pop-Tart or whatever else there is. And then for lunch they'll tend to have a sandwich or a bun or a croissant or something of that nature. And that's again carbohydrates. And then for their snacks, they tend to go for biscuits and crisps and any other sort of cereal-based thing, which again is a carbohydrate. And then for an evening meal, often it involves things like pasta or I don't even want to say pizza, because that's kind of like obvious. Most people think of, oh yes, pizza's the naughty thing. But I mean, you can have healthy pizzas, and that's something else that we can discuss at another time. But the point is, most evening meals tend to be based around a carbohydrate, whether it's potatoes or chips or some kind of pasta or some kind of bready type thing. like a kebab or so forth. Anyway, so all of these things, oh yes, did I say pastries? Yes, pies and pastries, things like that. They're all carbs. And very little protein is involved in the things that people eat on a day-to-day basis. People know that about the proteins, but it doesn't it's not part of the average person's diet. But when you add in Herbalife nutrition to your diet, immediately it starts reducing the amount of carbohydrate that you have and replacing it with a protein-rich carbohydrate meal. So carbs are necessary, but they're necessary as part of the whole picture. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't throw the carbs out of the diet just as a keto diet would throw it out, because although the principle is there of, carbs being bad, they're not all bad. And then it gets confusing because people say, well, I should have some carbs and so on, but I'm having these carbs and I'm not having those carbs and da-di-da-di-da. It gets complicated, and people don't like complicated. People like simple. And so I want to just show you simple. You can lose fat because when you feed your body with more protein, your muscles are being fed. And when you have more musculature going on in your body, your muscles require energy. And where do they get their energy from? From the body fat, the fat that is stored in your body. So if you follow that little equation, if you put a regular and decent amount of protein into your body every single day, and I'll tell you how to work that out in a second, the more protein you put into your body, the more your muscles will be fed, and then the more your muscles will burn the fat. Leave you to think about that for a little while. Okay, so protein in, fat out. Nice one. And that is why Herbalife nutrition works so well, because it's impossible to store protein. So you need to have it on a regular basis, and you also need to have it accompanied by a good carbohydrate. So a Herbalife nutrition shake gives you the perfect balance of proteins and carbohydrates to nourish your body so your body feels happy and your muscles are fed and they burn the body fat. And that is how I lost 4 inches from my waist and 3 inches from my tummy and hips just by taking the Herbalife shake and not changing anything else. Now today I've just been for a walk in the woods because it was nice and sunny and I wanted to get out and get some fresh air. But we choose these paths that have a little bit of uphill, a little bit of downhill, and so just enough to get you breathing a little bit more energetically rather than just walk on a straight line. And so I know that I've actually worked some of my muscles a little bit, and I've actually got my heart pumping a little bit more, and it's really, really good for your body. Some activity. I don't work out at the gym. I'm not a gym person, but having lost 21 pounds without going to the gym makes me think, well, I think I've tested it. And that's the way it is for me. I mean, some people actually love going to the gym. I personally am not a lover of the gym. I'll go for the fun of it now and again. And I know it's good for my body to keep my muscles working as I get older, but it wasn't my main way for losing weight. The main way for losing weight was taking Herbalife nutrition for 2 meals a day and then having 1 regular meal at my meal slot, my healthy meal time, my evening meal in my choice. So I would choose the same kind of food as I would normally have in that 1 meal. I would have fish and chips or spaghetti bolognese or curry and rice or, regular sort of food. But I found that because I was taking the 2 Herbalife nutrition shakes in the day and some Herbalife multivitamin tablets, that all of my nutritional needs were being met. And therefore, my body wasn't craving a huge meal. My body was happy with a smaller portion of my fish and chips and with a smaller portion of spaghetti bolognese or whatever it was. So by everything coming down into a smaller portion, obviously, I was able to control my diet without any suffering, without any feelings of cravings. but also because I was getting in my nutrition through Herbalife Nutrition, I wasn't starving myself at all, and my body was able to work the miracle of health, which is keeping the fat away and keeping the muscles strong and young, I'd like to think. So when I've been out for my walk, what I've done now is I've got myself my special protein recovery shake, which a lot of people use when they go after they've worked out at the gym. But I think because it's so delicious, it's called Rebuild Strength. And there's 5 scoops of this protein recovery shake in water. And I shake it up. And I have that within half an hour, which means I've got to do it soon. Delicious. Within half an hour of my activity, whether I'm doing yoga, Pilates, a little bit of HIIT workout, just done online. We have a great 21-day challenge group, and we have a tribe of people who, together with our coaches, we all do a little bit of activity without being overzealous. And then by having a protein recovery shake, I know that I'm feeding my muscles. And when I feed my muscles, they burn the body fat. So that's the secret to feeding your body to fat loss. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of it. If you would like more information, contact me. My details are below. And if you already have a Herbalife nutrition coach, go and talk to them about Rebuild Strength. Absolutely best product. Cristiano Ronaldo loves it. So, but it's good for everybody. It's great for the 24-hour athlete. That includes you and me. I never thought of myself as an athlete, but now I do, because I love the taste of this fabulous chocolate shake. So hit the notifications bell, give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to talking to you again really, really soon. Have a good day. Bye.